Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Steph Lova with a special edition of the SLP. This week is Hotwaterz' birthday, so shout to him and all the Geminis out there. Hope y'all enjoy the show because we got a goodie for you. You're gonna have your cake and eat it too. I'm talking about Sadat X from Brand Nubians. If you a 90s baby, then you know what I'm talking about. Well, more like an 80s baby that grew up in the 90s, but you get it. Sadat X from Brand Nubians is coming through. Gonna drop a couple of jewels about how it really was back in the day. So enjoy the show. Kick back, relax. Don't forget, like that Facebook page. We appreciate you watching. All that.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. DJ Gmoney, Mr. 8000. You're now listening to Fourth Quarter Water with my boy, Hotwaterz, aka Mr. World.
Yo, it's your man Dot X here at DTF Radio with your girl Steph Lova. You know me, Dot X. I'm part of Brand Nubian Brothers. Got an album out right now, Love Hella Right. Always working on various projects. Stay moving, stay out of the country, Europe, Japan, wherever it's to go, I'm there. Understand that's Dot X. Peace.
We are in the presence of a legend. Please believe it. Does that freak you out when people say that? Because it freaks me out when people say that about me.
Yeah.
That to me equates to I'm old. Like, you trying to fucking say I'm old, bitch?
Yeah.
Like,
People introduce you
smack
like,
your ass like I'm a youngin'.
Like, yo, chill.
I'm still trying to eat out here,
Hell
bitch.
yeah, don't put me in the grave.
Right after legend, they'll say, and R.I.P.
Yeah.
But yo, playing that nice and smooth, hearing, I don't know whose voice that was. Was that nice voice or smooth voice? That was
smooth.
That was smooth. Your voice is just as unique and smooth. You come from pretty much that era.
Yeah.
And where did it come from? Like I don't even know where to start because you have one of the most recognizable voices in hip hop.
Well, it's bugged out at first because when we first went to the studio with Pooh-Bah, like Pooh-Bah, he'd already been out with Group before Master of the Ceremony.
Oh yeah.
So what it was is he was taking me and Jamal. I had moved up from the Bronx. I moved up to New Rochelle. And what it was, he was taking me and Jamal to the studio. We might go like 4 o'clock in the morning and do like 2 hours of Jamal, 2 hours of me. And one day we was in the studio with Jazzy J on Allenton Avenue, Jazzy J.
So it was never intended for y'all to be a group?
Nah, it wasn't.
Because Pooh-Bah was pretty much a soloist at that point. He was the MC, the master of the ceremony.
Exactly. It was supposed to be Pooh-Bah putting me and Jamal. We were supposed to all be 3 soloist artists.
Okay.
We went to the studio, did a joint with Jazzy J, and it basically popped from there. But at first, Jay didn't like my voice at first. He didn't like it at first. And I was like, damn, this is Jazzy J, man. But then he was like, yo, he started to love that. So, you know, it was good. I never intended it to be like that. That's just how it came out.
But Brand Nubian, you guys were like the soundtrack to my college years.
That's what's up.
Slow Down is one of those records. One of those records. Everybody doesn't get one of those records.
Yeah.
It's like a Benjamin's. It's like I don't even know what to compare it to.
Yeah, it's like one of them defining records.
How many times you think you performed that record?
Jeez, thousands. Every time
I would say damn near 100,000 times.
Every time.
Because I've heard it live at least 30 times.
Exactly. So whenever we do a show somewhere, even when I'm doing solo shows, I still got to do that. That's part of the repertoire always.
And Brand Nubian, I guess when did that song kick off? What year was that?
That was like, shoot, I remember that hook, that was actually, Slow Down was the last song we did on the album.
It usually works out like that.
We had to turn in the album. The next day we was in the studio because we tried to play with the sample one day and it didn't work. And we had a couple of hours before we turned in the album. And we did it all quick, fast like that.
And what's so funny about it is, where I lived at Howard, right down the hall, my man Mark the Spark lived there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he was affiliated with y'all somehow. But when y'all came to town, y'all used to come to Mark's house to do your numbers here and there.
Well, you know, originally I went to Howard. I was in Cook Hall in the football dome. The dome
No way!
Right over there. I was on a couple of basketball scouts in Howard. I was in the dome
Holy
right there.
shit, I didn't know that.
Somehow I wound up not making it to class. I got
That happened to me once or twice at Howard.
I was in the dorm right there, whatever the athletic.
That's the athletic dorm.
Right over the football field, because where my window was, I could look into the game right from the room.
Wow, that's something I never knew, yo. That's crazy.
And when I was down there, Puff was down there, D-Dot was down there, Harv, Pierre, all
it was party central down there, yo. How I got to Howard is, I remember reading Ebony magazine. The #1 party school was like Spelman. So I knew my mother wouldn't go for #1. #2 was Howard, and I got in there. I was like, yeah, ma, look, it's not the #1 party school. It's #2. You have nothing to worry about. But I do remember that y'all being right down the hall. It was like hip hop royalty is in the building, yo. And Mark was so cool. I mean, those are memories I live with, man.
And he told me to holler at you because I told him I was coming. It's Sparks in Vegas right now, but he said make sure you holler at
you. Yes, my man, all day. So let's get into some brand new music, some classic. Then we got some up-to-date Sadat X.
Wow.
He is here, okay?
DX.
Hold that legendary status, all right? We'll say that at the eulogy and all that.
Yes.
While he's here, he's grinding. So let's do it, baby. Gmoney, Sadat X, Steph Lova. We live right here, DTF Radio. And that's off of what CD, Sadat?
That's off one of my new joints called Love Hella Right. You know, it's been out couple of months, you know, but I stayed doing things out underground, still on my Grizzly. Like after these years, I got this kind of down to a science. You know, I know.
Yeah, what is it like? I feel that, you know, as an elder statesman in hip hop world, once you got 10, 15 years in, they start hitting you with the legendary, which means that they feel like you're a little older and all of that. But what is it about? Because older rock stars, they sell out arenas. Everybody loves it. But there is a market for old school hip hop. Big Daddy Kane eats.
I was moving
Dougie Fresh eats. Yo.
Doug eats. It's just about basically knowing your lane, keeping your contacts open. That's why I tell a lot of these young rappers when you come out now, don't never burn your bridges down. When you go to do a show, try to keep it easy with these promoters because these the same dudes.
Because you ain't always gonna be high.
And these the same dudes you're gonna want to bring you back. I stay with my Europe contacts, with my contacts in Japan.
I was just asking Shata about that. So you could still eat very well overseas.
You just
because it takes them a couple of years to get hip to who's hot over here.
And see, the thing is now it ain't even it don't take me longer as it used to because now with the internet,
technology.
See, when we first came out, it wasn't none of this. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. But they still stuck on it. They love
that basic
KRS. They love, you know what I mean? Brand new, Helter Skelter. All of them type of acts like really eat over there.
And those is the type, like we did a show last night in Blue with Kane last night. You know, Kane schedule stay full. De La Soul, they schedule stay full. Dress stay full. Because also I tell these kids now coming out, because see now rap,
you're giving a real show.
Yeah, you gotta give a show nowadays. In order for you to, when you give a good show, you can always come back to the spot. You know what I'm saying? Because people remember that. You know, now, when we came out, rap was like a boutique. It was a boutique store. Now rap is the mall.
Now it's the mall, right? Damn, I was about to say Macy's. He said the mall.
Everybody you knows somebody that rap or produce.
Yes.
So it ain't that thing. Now you gotta find a way to stay in and be unique. Because I live in Brooklyn. I'm in the hood. Dudes spit for me all day. I tell them if I put your name in the bag and I spin it around, what's gonna make what you saying different from this?
Exactly, right.
You know what I'm saying? All the drug joints, I don't need to hear that no more because New York streets is not built like
what's
that.
Next? Yeah, what's next? You gotta think 6 months ahead.
Yeah, like so
about
what's
the next it thing or it flow. Because doing the Drake flow at this point, you about a year and a half late. You know what I mean?
I tell a lot of these kids now, I say, I wouldn't even, if I was a kid now, I might not even want to rap. I tell these kids, yo, be an architect, man. It's not even be a doctor, man.
Right.
This
too many rappers,
man. It's too many, man. There's no more fans.
Everything is not going to pan out for everybody.
Exactly. Everybody's sounding the same. And everybody got this new movement that they do, like the Drake, Jay-Z movement.
Yeah.
Everybody moves the same. And it's like, hell, man, I tell them, just be different. You know what I'm saying? Have something about you, man, that ain't gonna be able to these dudes.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a little different.
Yeah, that's all. That's gonna make you win.
I mean, if Trinidad James was the same, would he be eating?
Exactly. He's different. He came out with his thing. I mean, regardless if you love it or hate it, it's different. And he's made his own lane now. He's in his lane over there. And you can't be mad at that. You got to get at me at Sadat X on Twitter. You can hit me at Derek Murphy /SadatX on Facebook. And you know, I'm around. I'm everywhere.
BK's finest, BX finest.
I'm in BK now. My Bronx people, my Bronx now rule, they're a little mad at me. So I gotta give a shout out to Park Ave, Melrose, Jackson Ave, Portland Ave, 5 St. Mary's, and going up the Now Road, the whole worldwide web, Baychester, and all those places like that. Soundview.
Before you get out of here, I always want to know, a song like Slow Down, are you still collecting publishing from that?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I've been telling these artists, make sure
handle your business.
Your ASCAP, your BMI in order, because every month the ASCAP come around, and then every couple of months the Sound Exchange come around and see what me.
Sound Exchange is basically the same thing as ASCAP, but for the web.
Yep, and to see what
a lot of cats don't know you can eat off of that.
Yo, I've done so.
If you're getting hits online, you can get a check from that. SoundExchange.com, it's real.
Hey, I got one coming in a week or two. A quick 1900, I can use that.
Yeah, there you go.
But the thing is, I've done songs with everybody from Uncle Murder to Jay-Z to Common to Everlast to Big. You know what I'm saying? Me and Big was in the studio when we did Come On, Motherfucker. So, you know, my catalog is big. You know what I'm saying? I've done stuff with the young boys coming up, and I don't hate on the young boys. I want them to live.
Where did the Wild Cowboy come from?
I'm going to tell you, the Wild Cowboys, anybody that lived uptown, that I used to live on 107.
Because I know where the Cocaine Cowboy came from.
The Sepulveda brothers, understand that. I know them dudes personally. For me to say Wild Cowboys, I had to go.
There was some affiliation with that. I was connecting dots, but I wanted to make sure I was on the right track.
I never said that without taking the proper channels. I done been up in the Dominican blocks. They know me up there.
Yes, the .X, baby. Check for the kid, man. He's live right here on the Step Level program. Let's go, DJ Gmoney. Y'all caught the albums on that pit. Holla at the kid, okay?
Yes, boy.
He's a fish out.